Hi again. So today I am picking up with chapter 14 titled Ollie the Horse, and I'm going to read an excerpt from this chapter. And just a little information before that, this was the chapter on my one-day intensive working with Pam, who's an equine assisted coach, and one of her horses. And as I go on to say in the chapter, I talk about how Pam shared with me that one of her horses, she has 3 horses, would actually choose me to work with me. So I didn't know which horse, whether it was going to be Quinn, Ollie, or Dan, that was going to choose me. So that was very exciting to take part in that and to just allow that to unfold. So the horse that ended up choosing me is Ollie. I had previous connections with Ollie, so that felt very right in my heart that Ollie was the one that chose me. So the part I'm going to pick up on is after Pam and I are in the round pen with Ollie, she demonstrates for me how she connects energetically with Ollie, and they end up just doing this beautiful dance together within the round pen. And it was just so palpable watching that. I loved it, and I wanted to be able to do the same. And so it was my turn to see if I could connect with Ollie without any words. So that's the part where I'm going to pick up. So it was then my turn to be with Ollie. As Pam opened the gate and stepped out, she invited me to step into the pen. At this point, Ollie was standing near the fence. "Walk to the center of the pen," she said. I did as she instructed. "Now you're going to connect with Ollie without talking. You will be working with the energy of a horse. It's a way of communicating with them and guiding them to what you wish them to do." I nodded and took a deep breath to ground myself, then turned to look into Ollie's big, soft brown eyes. While I immensely enjoyed looking into the eyes of this gorgeous horse, I felt awkward and unsure of how to truly connect to him, as I just observed Pam do. Feeling a bit silly, I lifted my left arm out to the side as Pam had done, hoping that Ollie would once again begin to walk in a circle. He didn't move. I did it again. He then turned and looked the other way, leaving me to stare at his large back end. I wanted so badly to connect with him. I tried to will him with my mind to move, but nothing happened. No matter what I did, Ollie wouldn't budge, which was frustrating. Now that I was here and Ollie had chosen me, I wanted more than ever to connect with an animal in the way Pam had so beautifully demonstrated. "To direct your energy means to build a connection with Ollie," Pam said, as if reading my thoughts. "To do this, you must first find your center of power, your energy source, that center of gravity, and feel the ground beneath your feet. This helps you to relax while also helping to build your physical vibration, which then can be felt by the horse. You can then focus on the horse, feeling into his energy and motion, and this is what creates a mutual exchange between the two of you." I nodded, realizing this wasn't something I could mentally get, but would rather have to feel my way through. And I just want to take a moment to say that sometimes our mind can be our worst enemy, and that was the case for me at first with this. And also, I did still have somewhat of a fear of horses, just because of their size. So I know that was part of what was holding me back. So Pam goes on to say, "It's an ancient form of communication with human and horse, with both expressing themselves freely through a beautiful dance. It's feeling the flow of energy exchange that is being shared and released through each step, and both fully enjoying each other's company." I just love that paragraph. I loved it when she said that. I took in what Pam said as I tried again and again, but Ollie stood in place as if I wasn't even there. Finally, Pam asked, "Do you know what the Native Americans call horses?" "No, what?" "Big old dogs." It was as if a light bulb had gone off. I knew how to connect with dogs. After what had felt like hours with no response from Ollie, something suddenly shifted. I put one foot in front of the other and began to walk around the pen. A moment later, out of the corner of my eye, I saw Ollie turn his head and start walking toward me. Before I knew it, he was beside me. Though I continued to walk slowly, inside I was jumping up and down with glee. After a moment or two, Pam said, "Now pick up your pace to a slow trot." When I sped up, so did Ollie. When I slowed down, Ollie followed that rhythm too. If I got too close to the front of his head, he would stop taking my lead. Pam called out, "Be sure to stay behind Ollie's head and imagine you are in a bubble with him." I did as she suggested and noted that Ollie and I were perfectly in sync, moving as one. Oh, how my spirit soared. I was dancing with Ollie. This noble and powerful animal was only a few inches from me. It was so profound and moved me to tears. As I tired and slowed down, so did Ollie. Coming to a halt, I stood next to him, breathing in the exquisite connection I just experienced. It felt as if though I had entered a different realm. So that was a big piece of my healing journey also, was standing behind this, horses weigh well over 1,200 pounds, I believe. And just the power of that helped me to realize that I have that same power within me. If I just take the time to be with it and recognize it and own it and acknowledge it, that I have that power as well. So the next chapter, a self-healing journey definitely has its ups and downs. It's never a straight line. There's always twists and turns. We move one step forward and sometimes we take 2 steps back. So the next chapter I'm going to read is from chapter 15, and that will be Growing Angst. So I hope you'll stay tuned for that. Thanks so much.